At some point today, you unlocked your phone for no reason, no notification, no message, no goal. Just unlocked it. And somehow 11 minutes vanished. You scrolled through content you didn't search for, didn't ask for, and won't remember in an hour. But you couldn't stop. And right before you finally put it down, you checked one more time, just in case. That just in case isn't a habit. It's a psychological reward schedule discovered in a lab 70 years ago. The same one casinos use to keep gamblers seated for 9 hours straight. And your phone is running it right now. This isn't a metaphor. It's not a loose comparison. The pull to refresh gesture on your phone was described to the United States Senate as working like the lever of a slot machine. The person who said that? Tristan Harris, Google's former design ethicist. And he wasn't exaggerating. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact name of the mechanism running your phone, who designed it, why it works on you even when you're aware of it, and the 3 specific design choices that made your phone more addictive than a casino. To understand why your thumb keeps scrolling, we have to start with a pigeon. In 1956, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner placed pigeons in boxes with a lever. When the pigeon pressed the lever, food appeared. Simple. But then Skinner did something that changed behavioral science forever. He made the food delivery unpredictable. Sometimes pressing the lever gave food. Sometimes it didn't. No pattern. No schedule. Complete randomness. The result? The pigeons pressed the lever compulsively, frantically, without stopping. Far more than the pigeons who received food every time they pressed. Removing the predictability didn't reduce behavior. It supercharged it. Skinner called this a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. And in 6 decades of research since, it has produced the highest and most persistent rates of behavior of any reinforcement pattern ever studied. No other schedule comes close. Slot machines were the first industry to weaponize this. Natasha Dow-Schul, an anthropologist at NYU, spent 15 years studying machine gambling in Las Vegas. Her book, Addiction by Design, documents how slot machines pull players into what gamblers call the machine zone, a dissociative state where daily worries, social demands, and even physical sensations fade away. Players don't play to win. They play to stay in the zone. The machine is designed to hold them there. The key design. You never know when the next reward is coming. You might get it on this pull. Or the next one. Or 40 pulls from now. That uncertainty is what keeps your finger on the lever. Now, let me show you the exact moment this system left the casino and entered your pocket. In 2006, a designer named Asa Raskin invented Infinite Scroll. He was working for a tech consultancy and built it as a convenience feature. Content that loads endlessly without you having to click next page. He later said he regretted it, because Infinite Scroll removed the natural stopping point. Without a page break, there's no moment where your brain registers, I've finished. You never finish. You just keep pulling. Then came Pull to Refresh, created by a developer named Lauren Brichter for a Twitter app called Tweety. He patented it. Twitter bought his company, and now every major app uses the same gesture. You drag down, the content updates, and you see what's new. Sometimes it's something good, sometimes it's nothing. You never know until you pull. That's the lever. Let me test you. Think about the last time you pulled down to refresh your feed. Did you get something you were looking for? Or did you just pull? Like a reflex. An itch that needed scratching. Not because you expected something specific, but because something might be there. That might is the variable ratio. The same uncertainty that kept Skinner's pigeons pressing. The same uncertainty that keeps a gambler seated at a machine for 9 hours. Think about Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Every swipe is a lottery ticket. Most are forgettable. Every now and then, one is amazing. That's the trap. You're not scrolling for the content. You're scrolling for the chance of content. Now here's where it gets precise. Neuroscientists have found that notifications trigger anticipatory dopamine release in fractions of a second, faster than conscious thought. Before you decide to check your phone, the chemical reward has already fired. Your brain has already said yes before you've had a chance to say, wait. And the dopamine isn't released when you get the reward. It's released in anticipation of it. The wanting, not the having. That's why finding nothing doesn't stop you. In fact, sometimes it makes you check again. The anticipation was the reward. The content was almost irrelevant. The scary part is that knowing this doesn't stop it. Casinos put clocks on walls and people still lose track of time. Smokers know cigarettes are harmful and still crave them. Awareness isn't immunity. That's why you're probably going to feel the urge to check your phone while watching a video about why you check your phone. This is why your hand reaches for your phone before your brain has decided to. Not because you're weak, not because you lack discipline, because you're running the same behavioral loop that keeps gamblers pulling a lever long after they meant to stop. So where are we? The variable ratio schedule is the most addictive reward pattern ever studied. Slot machines use it. Your phone uses it. Both exploit the same dopamine anticipation loop. And the gesture that made this possible, pull to refresh, was patented, sold, and deployed across every major app on the planet. The average person believes they're choosing to check their phone, but a system designed by behavioral scientists, interface designers, and algorithms is making that choice feel like their own. Now let me show you the 3 design choices that sealed the deal. 1. The red notification badge. Not blue, not green, red. Designers favor red because it captures visual attention faster than most other colors and triggers a sense of urgency. It bypasses thought and creates alertness. That's why every major app uses it. That's why switching your phone to grayscale immediately reduces the pull. The color is doing work you never agreed to. 2. The variable content. Your feed never shows you the best stuff first. It mixes gold with garbage. Interesting post. Boring post. Ad. Interesting post. Nothing. Nothing. Something amazing. That randomness is intentional. If every scroll delivered value, you'd feel satisfied and leave. The variability keeps you searching. One more scroll. One more pull. Maybe the next one. 3. The removal of stopping cues. No page numbers. No the end. No natural break. Slot machines don't have clocks or windows. Your phone doesn't have a moment where it says, you're done. Because the longer you stay, the more ads you see. The more data you generate, the more money they make. Your attention is the jackpot. And they designed the machine to never let you cash out. Tristan Harris put it directly. The pull to refresh gesture works like the lever of a Las Vegas slot machine. He made this comparison publicly, including in testimony to the United States Senate Commerce Committee. Not on a podcast, not in a blog, to the government. And nothing changed. The frightening part isn't that these systems work. It's that they keep working even after you understand them. Awareness doesn't remove the urge. It only lets you notice it. And noticing it is where taking back control begins. Let me pause here, because I want you to notice something. You've been watching this video for about 8 minutes. How many times did you feel the urge to check your phone since you pressed play? Not because something happened, just the pull, the itch. That's it. That's the variable ratio running in real time, in the background, while you're learning about it. So what do? 3 things. Tonight. 1. Turn off all notification badges except calls and texts. Go to Settings, Notifications, and remove the red dot from every social app. Without the red trigger, the urgency loop breaks. 2. Move social apps off your home screen. Put them in a folder on page 2. The extra 2 seconds of friction is enough to interrupt the automatic pull. Research shows adding even small delays dramatically reduces compulsive checking. 3. Set a pull limit. Before you open any app, say out loud what you're looking for. I'm checking if Sarah replied. If she didn't, close it. The spoken intention gives your conscious brain a chance to override the dopamine impulse. Remember the slot machine comparison from the beginning? It wasn't a metaphor. The same behavioral scientists, the same reward schedule, the same design philosophy. Keep them pulling. Never let them feel done. Make the uncertainty feel like excitement instead of manipulation. Most people can tell you how much money they lost last month. Almost nobody can tell you how many hours they lost to a feed they never meant to open. The only difference? A slot machine takes your money. Your phone takes your time. And unlike money, nobody can give your time back. In the next video, I'll show you why your brain physically cannot calculate how much time you've lost to scrolling, and why the clock seems to disappear the moment you open an app. There's a neurological reason for that, and once you see it, you'll understand why just 5 more minutes always becomes an hour. Before you leave this video, notice what you're about to do next. If your hand reaches for your phone automatically, you just caught the machine in the act. I'll see you in the next one.